My Xbox One says my network password is wrong.
I'm assuming you didn't fat finger the password on entry. Make sure you're using the right password for the network.
I have not changed the network password.
If the problem is with the Wi-Fi connection and you're using the right password, try deleting the network name from the list and adding it back again.
I'm assuming that is just to reset the credentials.
It should. And make sure MAC address filtering is off.
I've never turned it on.
Reboot the router to see if that fixes the problem.
I find it amazing that we've reached the point of technological sophistication that we assume turning it off and back on fixes almost everything.
I'm assuming you're trying to log on to the right Wi-Fi. If you're in an apartment complex or have neighbors with Wi-Fi boosters, you could be getting a network password wrong because you're accidentally trying to log into the neighbor's network.
That would be a first. They usually try to use mine.
I hope they did not get in and reset the default password to something more secure, locking you out in the process.
I've never even heard of a hacker doing that.
No, but a roommate might have. After all, they'd be as adversely affected as you if the local wireless network was hacked.
No, they would not, because I'm the one locked out. And I do not think that is it.
So create a new SSID with a new password and see if you can get in with that.
I do not know how to do that.
Make sure every other device can connect to your Wi-Fi, to see if the connection problem is really the router and not the hardware. If they can, see if moving the wireless router closer to the console fixes it.
Why would that fix a password not recognized problem?
If the way you are entering the password is so far from the router that the signal suffers from interruptions or interference, those drop packets are as deadly as typos.
The Xbox One is said to have priority on the router.
I've heard of the game Destiny causing people to have to sign out and back in more often, as well as making the router forget the router password.
Do I fix that by removing Destiny?
Short term, reboot the router, and if that does not work, reboot both the router and console. Long term, that depends on what you want to play, though not playing PvP in Destiny reduces the odds of this.
It should not feel like an accomplishment to actually get the game to work.